Damn, hustling, hustling, hustle, hustle.
Welcome back to the Matrix. It is the Matrix. You are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam the like button. It is the full moon. Oh my God, it's the full moon. we do this every year, guys. Morgan Ski still cooked. Bro, thoughts on sushi? Sushi's all right. Calvin's here. I don't think he is. Thanks for the rose or the heart.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
30K looking real spicy. What? 30K what? Quant? $30K Ethereum? Inflation came in higher than expected, 3%. Yeah, that's the narrative. But we know what it is. We know what it is. We already know what it is. We already know what it is. It's a full moon. Welcome. Welcome. Still hold LCX? Yeah, I still got LCX. All right, so let's get into it. As of the time of recording, Bitcoin's sitting at $95,200, and everyone can still dump on a full moon. What do you mean? It almost always does. It's almost always a local bottom on the full moon. So like here's the white ones are the local bottoms. So yeah, like we went over this 100 times, but here we go again. Local bottom, 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 the bottom, local 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 bottom. Local bottom, local bottom, local bottom. So as you can see, it's not every single one of them, but it's a lot of them. The new moon's same thing. Local top, local top, local top, the top, local 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 top. So there you go. Everyone wants a story for why it is, but that's the truth. That is the truth. And what we talked about this the other day. What I sort of anticipate is for us to just kind of gruel down through this wick right here, and we haven't even gotten back to the 100 moving average, but that's probably on the table. It looks like we wicked about to it. 94,000 is about as low as we've gotten so far. But yeah, I anticipate this to be done with in the next 3 days, if not today. 30K is the bottom. Yeah, it was in 2023. You're right. 2 years ago. I don't think people understand what local means. I think you're right. I don't think they understand. 118 by February still. 118 by February still. What do you think of Fart Boy? I don't. Says I'm getting worried, Ski. Say it ain't so, bro. Sup. I think alt season is off the table. Yeah, you and everybody else. You and every single person on my live stream every day, twice a day, at least 5 people per live tell me that. What is lesson number 7 that in my video that we went over. 10 lessons after trading for 10 years in 1 minute. Lesson number 7, retail is never right. Time to consider bailing out now if you like selling local bottom. Let me show you guys what a top mathematically feels like. Shall we do that? Where did my crypto trends chart go? Let me show you what a top feels like. A top, this is the same thing that we teach. Wyckoff, distribution, accumulation. It's the same structure. What is this? This is a retracement. This is about probably to the 702 retracement. All right, that's the altcoins. What about Bitcoin? Same thing. This have distribution, accumulation. What is this? This is a retracement. All right, what about crypto? I'm on a 5-year time frame, by the way. Same thing. This is what a top looks like and feels like mathematically. This is accumulation. This is a retracement. This is only to the 0.5. And what I keep telling everyone, because I've been in this game for a while. I've been here for a while. Am I perfect? No, I'm not perfect. But what do I keep telling everyone is I remember, I journaled, I logged, and I remembered what everyone was saying during this moment right in here. And during this moment. And what they were saying, ladies and gentlemen, is the same thing that they're saying now. Right here. It was off to Valhalla. Off to Neverland. That's what it was. From here to here. From here to here. This is the bull run. This is it, guys. Nothing can stop us. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. That's what they were saying. From here, it's like Bitcoin is going to 100K. And then by the time we got to here, all seasons canceled. It's cooked. We're cooked. This cycle is different. It's different this time. It's cooked. It's over with. We're done for. Dunzo. This was in 2017 through 2020. Says repeating it doesn't make it more true. Selling to 0.5 by April. That could definitely happen. Can I move on to the farm? I will be labor in exchange for food and shelter. There's no free lunch. There's no free lunch. Yeah, guys. This is... Fear is at 35. Can it go lower? Right? That's the other thing to consider. Fear is at 35. We have not been this low. The last time that we were this low on the Fear and Greed Index was when... Was this? This is when Japan cut their rates. Let me just verify that. I'm pretty sure that's when that was. I think it was September. Yes. The last time we were this low was when Japan cut their rates. DCA into good projects and ignore the noise. 100% could not agree. That is very sage advice. All seasons cooked till it's not. Exactly. Fear mongering local bottom. That's right. 100%. 100%. Lots of people don't have the nerve for crypto. That's true. That is true. And listen, I have a remedy for those people because I realize what it is, right? I understand what it is. I understand that the apex predator is a very powerful being, right? I understand the emotional warfare that it takes to really be good at this game. The nerve, as you called it, that you have to have is insane. Is absolutely insane. But the remedy, if you just want to be your average Joe and, hang out with your family and do your activities, go to golf and play your video games and whatever else you like to do that makes you happy and makes you have peace in life without being an absolute nerd in this game, because there's a barrier, I think. I think that those people, just regular average people who are not obsessed with this, are going to be better off if they just DCA. Then this is how I would say that the game kind of is played. Is like you have your people who know nothing and do nothing over here. Then there's like a threshold of like a sweet spot of people who don't really know anything, but they just DCA. And then you have people who know a lot, like almost too much for their own good. And this barrier right here is a long barrier between like being able to overcome just DCAing as far as like the knowledge that is required. I would relate it to this. Like I was a mechanic in the Army, right? I was a mechanic for 10 years. And I always said, like, people would say, like, oh, you're a mechanic. I'm like, I'm not a great one, okay? That's what they call me. Especially, like, I can replace parts. I can do a little bit of diagnostic stuff, right? I can pull an engine. I can do those type of things. But as far as, like, me doing electrical work, this is how I would relate this. Is like, I know enough to get myself in trouble. That's what I know about electricity. I know enough about electricity to get myself in trouble. That's what I know. And that's what I would say is like the people that get really deep in the weeds really are kind of in this camp right here. Most of the time. There is a barrier. Like after a certain point, you're going to start to have your bigger rewards, right? But this barrier right here is huge. And most of the time, people are in the camp of like, you know enough to get yourself in trouble. And sort of like ignorance is bliss in a lot of ways. Can you do live and full army combat when we hit a new all-time high? I'm not in the army no more. I don't think I can legally wear a uniform. I bought all my XRP 45 cents, waited till $5. That's a good price, bro. Mechanics are part chargers in the army. 88 mic here. The best remedy for crypto is being autistic. Yes, that's me. What's your advice on how to DCA out? Okay, good. My advice is to have a strategy. Have a strategy now. Revisit that strategy when it's boring. Okay. I'm going to give you some I'm going to give you like a general strategy. But here's what I'm going to say. Like, when it's boring and sideways is the ideal time to have your strategy. It's okay to revisit that strategy on a little bit of a pullback. But when you don't want to be making your strategy on when to exit the market is when it's absolutely ripping. That is the worst time to make your exit strategy. The worst time to make your exit strategy is when it's ripping. Okay? Now, the general rule of thumb, man, I need to stop writing all over everything. The general rule of thumb, though, is every 1x you do, take 10 to 20% off the table. That's a general rule of thumb. I like also an exit strategy based off of Fibonacci's is good. I think now the Fibonacci's only works if there's no inflation or the very low inflation. It doesn't work on like Filecoin. It doesn't work on like something that has a ridiculous amount of inflation. Okay, so inflation, figuring out the supply is number one. But like with Fibonacci's, I think taking between 20 and 30% at the retracement levels is a good idea, especially if you accumulated below the 236, which ideally you should be. So exiting 20 to 30% at the retracement levels, which is what I would consider between the 0.5 and the 702. These are good Fibonacci levels to de-risk on. Okay? Because everything will go here. Not everything is going to go parabolic, but everything will go here that doesn't have low to no inflation. The 1618 is another good place to exit, to DCA a little bit. The 2618 is a good place. The 3618, to me, is the final place. I see coins all the time go to the 4236, but this is me. Like, I'm okay missing out between the 3618 and the 4236. I'm okay with missing out on that. I'm okay with it because I would rather fully exit a realized gain than to wait for the day that never comes. Did you say not all coins will take off? Well, that's just mathematically true. There's 11 million different coins. Yeah, I promise you not all of them are going to go parabolic. I promise you that will happen. That will not happen. But what I said was, not everything is going to go parabolic. A lot of coins are going to have moves. Like an example is XRP. Last cycle, XRP, XLM, there was a whole lump of coins that were here in 2017 that did not go parabolic in 2021. But where did they go to? Like, let's look at XRP. Where did XRP go to in 2021? And what did they say it was? They said it was dead, right? Who remembers that? They said XRP was dead in 2021. But where did XRP go to in 2021? It retraced. Right? It went to the 618 Fibonacci retracement. Okay? Everything that's not broken is going to do this. Broken to me is a crazy amount of inflation. Or the blockchain is broken, i.e. Luna. But almost everything that is not broken is going to retrace. Now, is it going to go parabolic? I don't know. But I know if it's not broken, it will retrace. I think we're done. You and everybody else, Alex. Follow and subscribe, you savages. Can you lock mine in for the moon? Thoughts on Penlink? I've been bearish on Penlink forever. I do not FOMO into charts. I do not do it. I do not FOMO into charts. And listen, I know if you guys believe in life paths, I am a pioneer. I'm a 5. Okay? And that could get myself in trouble. And I know this about me. I know that being a pioneer can get you into trouble. I'm aware of this. Because the saying is, pioneers get the arrows. The settlers get the land. You want to be a settler. You want to be early. You don't want to be first. Okay, so I'm a pioneer. And I know this about myself. I know that I can get in trouble by being a pioneer. So what do I do to combat it? I don't want to be first on anything. I want to be early. Okay? And so during this time, if anyone remembers, from November through, I guess, December, when Penlink was having this crazy run, what was I saying? Is like, I'm not buying it. I missed it. I'm good on it. I'm not FOMOing in. Because I know how this story ends. But now that Penlink has had this crazy run, and it had an amazing run, 69x, 6,900% to the upside in a month is absolutely mind-boggling. Is absolutely mind-boggling. And then this is clear distribution. And from here all the way, I was bearish. I'm going to be honest. I was bearish from here about December 4th through this peak. So again, I missed all of this peak. I was bearish from here. This is when I started being bearish on Penlink and started telling people to say. So look, I missed another 1x. Whoopsies. I missed a 1x. I was bearish all the way through. But the fact that now this is the complete markdown on Penlink, this looks to be your selling climax. I anticipate that this was your bottom right in here. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a V bottom out of here. It's probably going to accumulate for a little while, get your sign of strength, back test before starting your mark up. That would be your textbook move. And from here to the SOS is about a 3x. To the parabolic is about a 10x. So I don't mind the value of Penlink right now. I would like to see a little bit more accumulation. But man, I was bearish. I've been bearish on Penlink since December on everything I love. People think I'm like a perma bull or something. I'm not. I've been bearish on Sui. I've been bearish on Penlink. I've been bearish on like any coin that you think of where everyone's asking me, what do I think about? What do I think about? It says you bullish on some. I am. But like, here's the deal. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm a savage. And I look for value. And based off of what the value is, I will change my perspective. Based off of what the risk to reward is, I will change my perspective. So right now, I don't mind the value of Penlink. For me to add it to my portfolio, I'm not going to do that yet because this is the very beginning of accumulation. I'd like to see a little bit more chop. But I think this is a good start for Penlink. And from right here, if this is confirmed as the bottom, it would do about a 10x from here. Why SUI? Because SUI had a crazy run. SUI's inflationary. I've been saying that for a while. I've been bullish on or bearish on SUI for a long time. And again, I missed a 1x. That's what I missed on SUI. Boom, look at that. I had this drawn up. Matt, thanks for the $1.99 donation. Says for having balls of steel.
But the cream will rise to the
Look,
top.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I drew up. You guys saw me pull up this chart. Did I just draw this line? Did I just draw? Look, this went exactly where I thought it was going to go. They are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. Come on now. I'm perma bull. What did I say? This was distribution. Come on now. I'm not a perma bull. XEN. Same thing. I was both bullish on XEN and bearish. XEN did a 20x in 10 days. And I said, if you were my brother, I would say, take profit, take profit, take profit. Nobody listened. You made the drawing offline, off screen. Cap. What do you think about Ondo? All right, let's talk about SUI since we're already here. I anticipate it's going to backtest the prior range, 6.5 billion. This might be it though. This is pretty close. 7.4 billion. That's pretty close. But this is definitely in your skid for sure. This is definitely the markdown. This was definitely distribution, which I thought. Listen, I started trying to short SUI around here. Actually, I think I got this short right here. Because I thought that this was the buying climax. I made some money here. And then we closed it. But I thought that this was distribution. I was a smidge early. But yeah, that's what it was. So this would be the textbook where you would go on SUI. Lots of support right in here, and it almost wicked to it. I anticipate this wick to get filled. So it's probably just going to keep skidding like this until it gets filled. And then you would start your next leg. Sold all my SUI at $5. Was an 8x for me. Job done. Move on. Exactly. That's right. Don't be emotional about this, guys. 100% correct. Do not be emotional about this. What do you think? What do I think about what? Looks like BlackRock is buying that little dump. Recovered quick. Hey Ski, what's up, fam? Do you mind raising your mic volume on YouTube? It's always low on my end. All right. I don't have. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I'm wearing these headphones just for noise canceling purposes. I normally have these wired in to my microphone. I normally have a wire to my computer, but my wife's cat chewed my cord this morning, so I have no idea what anything sounds like. So I'm gonna try to attempt to move this up. And I don't know if that is making things too loud or not. So I'm going to move things up. Let me know. Hey, bro, from London. The problem is sometimes I yell too. That's what you get for shaving your cat. Listen, he's not my cat. When he F's up like that, it's not my cat. I don't like him anyways. Listen, I'm keeping a buck with you. I don't like cats. I'm a dog person. My wife's cat, yeah. It's like anyone who has kids knows. Much better perfect. Is that better? Is that better for everyone? You sound fine? Did me moving that up make it too loud on YouTube or on TikTok? Much better now? Okay. Sound fine? Will you get cats at the farm? I'll have the same cat. His job is to keep mice away, and he does a pretty good job at that. But I don't... Listen. Anyone who has kids knows how it is. It's like when your daughter or your son does something crazy, it's like your son did that. Look what your daughter did. And the cat is the same thing. He chewed up my cord like right before this live stream. It's right here. Chewed it up. Look at what your cat did. Thank you, bro. Hey, brother, is there inflation on Sonic? There is no. There's the opposite of inflation. There's deflation. So the maximum supply, I'll pull it up on the better place would be to look on DexTools, but TikTok does not like DexTools at all. So we'll pull it up on CoinMarketCap. But the maximum supply is 949 million. But the circulating supply is 938 million. And that's because 100% is already circulating and we've burned some. And we burned some. See how the FDV is lower than the market cap? That's because we burned some. So not only is it not inflationary, it's actually deflationary. Can you check out OXT? Sold, please, 5 to 600. Kentucky mice looks like beavers. Says, I knew you hated hateful cats as soon as you said it. Listen, I just grew up with dogs. And I like that you can teach a dog to not do something or to do something. And cats, some people like this about cats. I don't. But you just, like, cats just, like, they don't care. And that's, I mean, sometimes that's, like, charming. But it's annoying, too. It's like I can't teach a cat. I could teach a dog not to chew stuff. A cat is just like, whatever, bro. What are you going to do about it? Like, feed me, human. I don't like their smug little attitude. All right? All right, let's look up. I thought higher interest rates means crypto goes up. Okay, so interest rates in general It's not going to be like a on this day, on this hour. Like, you don't trade interest rates like that. It's very much a macro viewing of things. But yes, I believe in the next 2 weeks, Bitcoin is going to be higher. Is 1 or 2 million Solana considered a top bag holder? 5 million makes you a whale. Can you explain burning? Like, where do you send it? Where does it end up? There are burn wallets that can never be accessed. And it destroys the crypto. Can never be sold. Today is moon day. Today is the full moon. That's right. Charts. LCX chart. I like LCX chart. Just notice there's a coin named Solnic under number 57 on CoinMarketCap. That's FTM. So they rebranded as Sonic. You think we're taking liquidity 91 before heading up? That's on the table. That's on the table, but I don't think it's that likely. Buy DCA on the full moon. Okay. That would be the... Okay. Let me do this. Hold on to that question. Ask me that question in 1 minute. I don't mind this chart. I don't know what the inflation is on this chart. Retracement is 54 cents. 138. Okay. Buy DCA on the full moon. So, generally, a huge percentage of the time, not 100%, nothing is 100%, but there's a large percentage of time that the full moons are the local bottoms, plus or minus 3 days. And generally, with a huge percentage of time, the new moons are local tops. This happens a lot. Not every time, but it happens a lot. I would say about 85-90% of the time, this is how it plays out. And so, I don't think that there is a good strategy. Like, the strategy would be to long on the full moon and short on the new moon. That would be the trading the moon strategy. I don't view it this way, though. That would be the strategy, to long on the full moon and to short on the new moon. I don't use it that way, though. That's not what I do with it at all. What I do is I'm aware that generally on the full moons, you will get your local bottoms, and generally on the new moons, you will get your local tops. And so what I do, instead of longing and shorting on X date because of this, what I do is I'm aware of the cycle which we're in, and I look for opportunities to accumulate on the full moon, and that will often show up in the form of fear. So fear generally to me is opportunity. And then I'll look for opportunities to DCA out on the new moon. Around that time. It's like, here is a window. Here's a door that we're heading into. There may be some events that happen, and these are opportunities. That's how I view trading with the moon. I'm not going to go long today because it's the full moon. I might go to long today because it's the full moon and we were having a nice dip. That might be what I do. Does that make sense? What are the benefits for devs to inflate the coin if it screws up the price? It benefits them. It gives them more money to develop. It screws over the holders and it benefits directly the team. That is the correlation. So they have more supply to sell. or to dilute. But it's certainly, it's almost a double whammy, because generally when they're inflating supply, they're doing it because they need funds, right? They're doing it because they need funds for development. So where do those funds come from? From them selling the token. So not only are they generally going to be selling the token when this happens, but also during the same time, it's diluting everyone else's supply. So it's like a double whammy of like terrible, terrible, terrible news for the holders of the coin. And it's a double whammy of good news for the developers. So I would say it's definitely screwing over the holders and it directly benefits the developers. Ondo, please. People keep asking about Ondo. Listen, I feel the same way about Ondo as I do about Sui. What's rule number 7? Rule number 7 is retail is never right. What was retail's favorite coins 2 months ago? Ondo and Sui. Okay, I'm going to say about Ondo, though. This was your parabolic rise. I actually don't mind this chart. So the perspective we need to have with Ondo, 5,400% to the upside. That's a lifetime of stock market gains. That's what it did from January through June. That is the perspective you need to have. Also, the perspective you need to have is there is inflation with Ondo. Okay? So then you had your distribution, your markdown, your accumulation, and then you went one leg higher. This went to the 1618, I would say. And it did it again. So distribution, markdown, accumulation, you're accumulating on top of the prior all-time high. So I don't think that this is, I think that this is the lowest that you're going to get for Ondo. That's what I think. You might fill this out, this wick right here. This is a big, nasty liquidation wick. You might fill it out. But generally, this was the bottom right here. And the next leg will take you to $2.88. I could see Ondo getting to $5, but, you know, it already did a crazy gain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it already did 5,800% to the upside. So I would say between $2 and $5. When does the raffle close? I have not looked at it. I don't know if it's open or not. If it's not open, what I'm going to do, because we're going to do the raffle on a Saturday. So I'll open it up until Friday. If Solnic is in circulation, does that mean it can never have inflation? That's correct. There will never be inflation on Solnic ever. Ever. And that's why I'm very confident in what I say about, like, sooner or later it will get to $1. That's why I say, like, sooner or later it's going to get to $1. Sooner or later it's going to get to $5, because I know I will be making content for 20 years. I do this full time. I have zero intention of not only slowing down, but even not only not stopping, but not even taking my foot off the gas. So when I tell you sooner or later, this bull run or the next, Solnic will get to $1, will get to $5. I mean it. There's no more inflation. I know that my channel, it's not going down. If you say retail is always wrong, which is true, then 4-year cycle is also not a thing. No quantitative easing. See, that's the thing though. Quantitative easing is not what is actually good. That's what retail thinks. But generally, when you actually get real quantitative easing, it's 2001. It's C19. It's not until like 6 months after that you start to feel that. It's 2008. It's 2001. It's C19. But I would say where retail believes right now is that there's no alt season and the 4-year cycle is done. What I've talked about with Alex a lot is if we're ever going to break the 4-year cycle, which sooner or later it probably will, I think it will be to the upside, not to the downside. Meaning we skip an entire cycle. We skip an entire bear market. We can't pay for a portfolio review with a debit card. We have to transfer Sol. You could do a debit card. Someone paid me in Venmo. I take PayPal. You just have to, like, there's no, like, automated service to do it that way. The website that I have is Solana. Matt, Texas. But, yeah, you can do PayPal. You can do Venmo. You can pay me in crypto. You can pay in PayPal. You can do Cash App, whatever. It's all the same to me. Are you saying Ondo could go all the way down? That's in the cards, yes. Why are you looking at Ondo? Someone asked me to look at Ondo. Roman, I know that you look through life through a straw. And if we go up 5%, you feel amazing. And if we go down 5%, you feel like crap. But here's the deal. Do you think in 20 years from now, my channel will be less or more than it is now? Do you think I will have less or more than 15,000 subscribers? Do you think I will have less or more than 52,000 followers on TikTok? In 20 years from now. Let's keep it a buck. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. And I'm not trying to be like, whatever. I don't feel like there is someone in my niche that has the production level of content quality that I do. Says will be no channel. Nope, not true. If you know anything about me and anything about my story, all I've ever wanted to do since I was 8 years old was make content. Now, it wasn't YouTube. It was just video camera. So it is a simple math equation. My channel is going to get better and better and continue to grow. The Solnic circulating supply is 100%. There is no more inflation. It's really as simple as that. And that's not even counting for the fact that we're actually building something awesome. If you don't want to be a part of it, then don't be a part of it. If you don't believe, don't be a part of it. But I will be making content for 20 years. Price predictions overpriced. They're not. They are not. Again, simple math equation. Will my channel be less or more in 20 years from now? Will there be less or more dollars 20 years from now? Do you think the United States is going to stop printing dollars in the next 20 years? Do you think that that's going to happen? So what are we measuring Solnic in? We're measuring it in USD. USD equals infinite. Solnic equals 938 mil. That's really the equation. Do you think that this is going to get more finite or less finite in the next 20 years? Do you think that my channel will go up, down, or sideways 20 years from now? That's really it. $5, for perspective, would be about $5 billion. That's the market cap. $5 billion. Right now, today, at a local bottom, pre-pump, Shiba is double that. I think that Shiba gets to 50 billion. 25 billion, 50 billion this cycle. Can you look at dot chart? Do you think it'll dip more? 88, $6 to $8. I pulled up the wrong chart. This isn't even counting like what we're developing. This is just literally, there's no one in my niche that has the production level that I do, period. For the type of value, only time will tell the truth. That's correct. But here's what the time that we've had. Solnic hit 1 year. 97% of coins do not make it to a year. So we're already in the top 3%. My channel is criminally undervalued for the type of value that I bring and the type of content production that I bring. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not crying about it. But what I do know is that's going to catch up at some point. Also, check it out. I made another channel called Skis Farm. It's doing pretty good. It took me, so it already has 31 subscribers. And we have 2 videos. It took me like 6 months to get to 31 subscribers on your boy Ski channel. This is 4 days. So this is going to continue. This is a completely different niche, but I want to show you something. I want to show you. Oh, what are we? Oh, what is that? What do you see there? Check it out. This channel is going to grow too. So there you go. What's your prediction on RDRUM 2025? Dodge chart, Lilo looks fine to me. This has the same chart as VeChain and XYO. Yes, I think that this is the local bottom right here. I don't think it's going to go lower than this wick right here. I'm trying to sign up for the monthly session. And blinking doesn't let me. Pat, you can send me a DM and we can set that up. I accept like any payment really. Crypto, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. What coin produced for you to be able to buy land for your farm? Miss T, XRP was the one that I sold. So I've been in crypto since 2014. I've been serious about crypto since about 2016, 2017. I got wrecked in 2017. I bought the top in 2017. I doubled down and I got obsessed in 2018. I have Telegram and text you. All right, that works, Pat. I'll check it after the live stream. Just got another subscriber on Skis Farm. I forgot the other day. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, XRP was the one. I've been buying XRP for a long time. I was one of the only one. Man, it's hard. It's hard to be humble. I am the. All right, I'm gonna try to say this as humbly as I can. There seem to be, and from my perspective, there seem to be two creators on XRP. There's either like XRP is going to 589, XRP is going to 10,000, and then there's XRP's a shit coin. There was so few creators that were in the middle. I'm not aware of any, actually, where like I was bullish on XRP in 2022 and in 2023. I was buying XRP at 30 cents. I really was buying XRP at 15 cents because I was buying it in 2018 as well. But I was really one of the only ones that I'm aware of that was bullish on XRP and thought it would make a new all-time high, but I didn't think it's going to get like this crazy price either. My price target from 2022, I said $5 to $8 is the highest probability. I said that 10,000 times. And I also said 10,000 times that I would be selling 30% of my XRP at $3.33, and that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I actually sold a little bit more. I probably sold more, closer to 40%. You're the humblest? Dang, way humble. Yeah, listen, I try to be humble. I get it. Listen, I try to be humble. I know, it's hard. It's hard to be humble. People think I'm humble. I'm really not. I try to be, though. I'm working on it. What's the timeline for the upcoming Solnic projects? All right. Roadmap. We're working on a stable coin in 2025. Swap app in June. You'll be able to stake, lend, borrow, yield, liquidity mine, all of this, all of the amazing things that the banks get to do, but regular people are going to be able to do. Solnic is producing a feature leak documentary called BYOB. And then Solnic Bets, which is going to be our version of Polymarket. Thank you. I've been in a year and haven't really made crazy gains, waiting to see crazy. Listen, I got wrecked for, I would say, I made some money in 2017, but I definitely got wrecked in 2017. And so, like, just my personal experience, you know, I was a dumb kid who didn't know anything about anything when I first got into crypto. Some would argue that I'm still that dumb kid in a lot of ways. But I didn't know anything about anything. Like, I didn't know anything about life. I didn't know anything about nothing. I barely was functional in the Army. Like, my first couple of years in the Army, I was not a good soldier. I was good at I was good at shooting. I was good at moving. I was good at communicating. I was good at being strong, being fit, all these things. But like, as far as like responsibility and mentality and punctuality and professionalism, I was not good at that at this time. So I was just a kid. I didn't know anything. The point is, though, I didn't like really start making money until the 2020 is when I really started making money. I made some money in 2017, but 2021 was the first one that I really like. I feel like it clicked with me. So, and now I don't think it would take me that long again, but you know, even for me, it took me like a full 5 years to really have life-changing gains. I don't think it needs to take you that long, but I didn't really have a mentor. I didn't really have someone to teach me. But you know, a year I think is a short amount of time. Is the point of what I'm saying. The Phantom link is not working. Okay, I'll fix it after the live stream. Price target for Shiba, I 5 to 10x is what I think. Ski, what's up, fam? Can you check out? I love self-made success stories. I've made some good moves with business, but seem to hit a wall recently. Crypto is the next phase to move forward. The wall is the way. Sometimes it's not, but a lot of times when you find that resistance, it's like you have some sort of bottleneck. You have some sort of pain point that you need to figure this problem out. You need to solve, like, what is the bottleneck? And how can I get to the next level? And like, when you're at that point, it's always the hardest. Do you trade crypto? I do trade crypto, but more than a trader, I'm an investor. Soulflare's not working either. Okay, I'll look into it. I missed some gifts. Rob, thank you for the heart. Matt, thanks for the team bracelet. Rob, thanks for the heart. Matt, thanks for the heart. You savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
The obstacle is the way. Amazing book. It's not your fault. Phantom is down. Well, there you go. Ski, Zcash 2017 first, alt season 20x. 2021, their second one did a 4x. Will that scenario happen to VeChain Dot since 2025 will be their second alt season? I don't think so. There will be coins that only retrace like that, like you're mentioning, but I don't think that that's one of them. What's your farm YouTube channel name? You have to, it's so small, you have to type in the handle. And the handle, I'll give you, you have to type it in just like this. At Skis Farm. And it will come up. That's the way that you have to type it in. You have to do the at. You think Dash can reach 1.6 this cycle? Listen, Dash, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Dash is my biggest loss of all time. And I'm biased against Dash. Can U.S. users still withdraw from MEXC? I haven't used MEXC in a minute. I've been using BitUnex. I'm not sure. I can look into that. Waiting for that PayPal video. Haven't seen any good ones. You know what? I'm going to do that today. So I got to make a Patreon video today. I got to do a couple of portfolio reviews, but that's going to be the video that I make today. For sure. That's a good video. Thanks, I found it. Appreciate you guys subscribing to the farm channel. I'll be wearing lots of Solnic gear on that channel too. What's the best, cheapest way to off-ramp crypto? I think it's PayPal, honestly. And I'll make a video about that today. I think that that's the cheapest on and off-ramp is PayPal. I really hope you're right. I support you, but I have different opinion. Okay, you've voiced them. They are loud and clear. I hear them every day. Every local bottom, I hear them. Will some meeting at the farm for Solnic bag holders? Looking to see the buildings going up. Good entry on ADA? I think so. I just followed Ski's farm too. Let's go. Yeah, check out the content. That one, you know, I'll be excited to document the journey. And as the content does well, it's going to be more advertisement for Solnic. There was somebody, like, you'll see in the comments, there was somebody who, what I was thinking was going to happen was there's just going to be you guys that are going to follow the channel, and then it would kind of grow from there. But I didn't expect there to be, like, just growing organically. And then people would follow the Your Boy Ski channel. But that's what's happened, right? There was somebody who commented, they basically were, you know, they said, they saw at the time I had 16 subscribers, and they were like, oh, you bought 27 acres, like what, daddy's money or what? He didn't know that I had this other channel, and he didn't know my story. And, you know, basically told him my story. And to his credit, you know, he's like, yeah, oh, my bad, you know, blah, 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 whatever. But anyways, long story short, he ended up following this channel too. So that's a cool thing that I think that they can work with good synergy, right? Because that is the truth. That is the story. Like, that's how I bought the farm, was through crypto. BTC or BitUnex, what's better for longs? Listen, I'm gonna be honest. BitUnex. I like BitUnex better, to be honest. I don't think BTC is great for beginner exchanges. Or beginner traders, because like you have to have like more than $1,000, and you know, maybe a beginner trader, that's not a great amount to start with. I use PayPal to buy Sol on Jupiter and swap for Solnic. There you go. Hey Ski, any chance to check All-Star chart? Do you have a prediction for Ardrum? Ardrum's highly inflationary. Will ADA be Bitcoin hits to 118,000? Above $1, maybe $2. All right, let's check Ardrum and then All-Star. What do you think will pump first? H-bar or Flux? H-bar. It's the rich daddy for me. Yeah. Ardrum. Okay, Ardrum's kind of the same as Sui, like backtesting the prior range. Next leg up would take you to a 3x to a 5x. 3 to 5x. Have your top picks changed? No, but there's a couple that are more firmly, like XYO kind of came back into the top play. It left and it came back. It's been flirting. Whoops. No. How a boy ADA. Krill price prediction. I think it's $3. It's at the bear market lows here. Retracement is 24 cents. That's about a 10x from here. That's a 6x. I lied. You already gave your TA on Bitcoin today. Yeah, I think And I think we're at the local bottom. It's the full moon. You know, as funny as that is, and every time I say it, there's at least one person. I'm pretty sure someone reported me last night because we were talking about it, but it's just true. Like, I don't care what the truth is. I will say the truth. And the truth is, every full moon with a crazy, absurd amount of accuracy is a local bottom. So that's going to be our nightly tradition, is we're going to go live, and we're going to stay live until someone reports me, and then TikTok will suspend my account for about 2 or 3 hours, and then that's how we'll just end every live stream. It'll be great. It's going to be fun. Quant prediction. What's going on with Phantom? I don't know. Quant prediction is $700. Bare Naked Crypto. It could be. Shout out to PayPal, the Mafia Boys. In 5 years, people will say we got lucky. That's if there's one comment that pisses me off for real, in IRL, in real life, is it must be nice, or you got. No, I don't think anyone's ever said you got lucky to my face, but I have heard it must be nice. And that one in IRL, nothing really pisses me off online, but IRL, it must be nice. That one pisses me off. Because it's like, it must be nice, bro, to have worked 100 hours every single week. 80 to 100 hours every single week for 5 years straight, 6 years straight. It must be nice to not be on level 297 on Candy Crush. It must be nice to miss my entire social life for all of my 20s. It must be nice to not watch TV every night. It must be nice to drive around the same 2009 Toyota Corolla. It must be nice not to keep up with the Joneses and to completely get rid of all the social pressure, social anxiety of buying things that you don't need to impress people that you don't like. It must be nice. That one pisses me off for real. It's like, no, bro, listen, you don't know what the hell I went through to get here. It wasn't nice. It ain't nice. It ain't sweet out here, all right? It must be nice as passive aggressive as fuck. I agree. It ain't sweet out here, bro. It must be nice. Nothing. You know what must be nice? Is to be level 297 on Candy Crush. To play video games for 20 hours a week. It must be nice to have a social life. Right? It's just 6'9". 9'6", whatever your perspective is, whatever you value more. I value freedom more. It must be nice to keep up with the Joneses. How about that? It must be nice to drive a 2025 Silverado. How about that? Let's hear about news. Yeah, news is one of my top value plays. Top value plays. Partnership with Solnick. Partnership with your boy Ski. That is the slyest idea to keep up with the Jones. I'm down 50%. $20. Says, I mean, but for real though, it must be nice. I sacrificed a lot. We have to make sacrifices for our dreams. Yes, there is no such thing as like something for nothing. That doesn't exist. I think what it is, truly, is like, it's a very cliche thing to say. I think it's a cliche thing to say, but like getting your priorities straight, is like that's an important thing. That's an important step. And that's a cliche. Like, get your priorities straight, buddy. That's a cliche thing to say, but like for real though, actually that's a real thing. You got to get your priorities straight. And like that's what I did. And you got to have your family. If you have a wife, if you have kids, if you got a husband, whatever, you got to like sit down as a family and have a meeting. Like you can go to work and have a meeting with your boss, but you can't have a meeting with your family. That is your business partner. And so like we sat down, we had a meeting, and we prioritized like what is important to us. Is this car important to me? No. So what is important to us? And to us, it was important that we have land. And so what do we not need in order to get there faster? Do we need cable? No. Do we need a new car? I don't think so. Mine runs just fine. Do we need to go out to eat every day, every week? I don't think so. How can I make more money to get there quicker? You know? Get on the same page with your partner. If you have one. If you don't. The farm have sheep? They might. The main thing is going to be cows and chickens, though. Lube would get us there faster. Monero. I like Monero. Hi, sir. Oh, I need to sneeze. Ah! I feel it. Feel it. I lost a lot of time. I was an addict for 15 years trying to catch up in life. One day at a time, Heather. One day at a time. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you, Heather. Just take it one day at a time. Just like your recovery is one day at a time. Every day is a new day, and every day you need to take your recovery seriously. And that's the only thing. That's the first thing is being sober. Because, you know, my mantra is like, I can't be nothing to anyone if I'm nothing to myself. So I must place myself first so that I can be everything that I'm supposed to be for everyone. So you got to place yourself first so that you can be everything you're supposed to be for everyone. It's counterintuitive. It's backwards, but you got to place yourself first. And then consistency, discipline, 1% incremental improvements. That is the way. Can you show us how to set up fibs for a short tutorial, how to use them? Yep. Let's do it. Somebody give me a coin. What coin? Oh, Andy. Let's look at Andy. Because my man's paid for it yesterday. All right. So this isn't a great example because it's kind of a, I don't say a wonky chart, but it's not a traditional chart. Okay, so we'll just do this leg right here is fine, is what we'll do. So we're just going to pull a fib from here. So generally what I like to do is I like to go from the highest body to the lowest point. And that would be from here, actually. So it would be here anyways. I like to go from the highest body. So if we zoom in. This right here is going to be the body. Right? Shakira, Shakira, Shakira. My hips don't lie. The bodies don't lie. This is not a, this is nothing, right? The body is all the way down here. That's not real. You know what I'm saying? But this is real. So I like to go from the body top to the low. Okay. And then there are different zones on the Fibonacci's. So I'm going to pull a new Fibonacci over here just to show you what the zones are. All right. So this is green. Okay. So when you do it from the body top to the low, anything below the 236 is extreme value. Now, the huge caveat is inflation. You have to look at inflation. Inflation needs to be low to no for this to work. If it's not low to no, it does not work. Okay? And then below the 382, above the 236 is good value. And I would say above the 382 is just kind of meh. Not really interested. Now, between, whoops. Between the 0.5 Fibonacci and the 702, that's what I would call your retracement. Between the 0.5 and the 702 is what I would call your retracement. This is a good place to de-risk. This is a good place to get your exposure off the table, especially if you were accumulating in your great value zone. So the 702, 618 to the 0.5, this is a great place to de-risk your initial investment, at least some of it. Okay? Because often what will happen is you will have a move, it'll go down, you'll bounce to the 618, and then you'll come back to the 236. This is a pretty textbook move before you go, you know, higher. So back, de-risking here, and if you really like it, you can accumulate more. Like, you get options is the thing. That gives you options, and options is good. Okay? Now, the 1618 is what I consider to be price discovery. In the traditional markets, this is where things go to. This is definitely a place you should de-risk. 2618 is even stronger. Like, definitely de-risk. This is what I consider to be parabolic. The 3618 is what I consider to be absolute parabolic. Absolute parabolic, like, take profit. As they say in the South, either shit or get off the pot. That's where that time is. And then the 4236, that's a bull trap. That's what that is. That's a gift. I don't count on the 4236. That is the unicorn. I don't count on the 4236. It's a gift. So there you go. That's how I trade Fibonacci's. The major caveat is it must be low to no inflation. Hard to see your prices on your chart. There's no prices on this. I'm just showing you Fibonacci's. This is just literally Fibonacci's. There's no coin here. This is just Fibonacci's. This is just actions that I personally take at each level. All right, that being said, so the retracement, we're going to give ROI for Andy about a 2.6x, and then parabolic is 10x. Phantom is fixed. You love to see it. Keep Webb away from the sheep. Lots of love and support for her as well. Leroy Jenkins. Listen, Lalo, I want to be clear. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't go to the 4236. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. It happens more than it doesn't, I would say. If it goes parabolic, if it goes past the 1618, like the likelihood, there is a decent chance it goes to the 4236. Let me be clear. Just my perspective is I'm okay leaving that on the table for somebody else because it's better to have realized gains than theorized gains. It's better to be a day early and $1 short than wait for the day that never comes. Crow, LCX, or VeChain? VeChain. Reminder, guys. There is 2 more days for half off on the consultation. If you want to set up an exit strategy specifically for your goals, your needs, your concerns, your pain points, your portfolio, and your experience level, right now it is half off for the next 2 days. It will never be this low again. I promise you. It's normally 2 Solana. For the next 2 days, it is 1 Solana. So if you want to set up a meeting, you can hit me in the DMs. Happy full moon day, those that celebrate. I celebrate. Says you're spot on, just being conservative for the audience. That's right. I understand. I have a responsibility. I have a responsibility. And that's really how I feel too. Solnic contract address XTZ9. That is my top value play. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it. I'll be live later this evening, about 4 o'clock. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. It is the full moon. So just stick to your plan, DCA. Don't get shaken out by fear. Solnic is on a discount. My top 100x play. Reminder, 2 more days for the 50% off sale for a consultation. The price will never be this low again. I promise you on my mama. So send me a DM if you want to set that up. All right, guys. I will never message you first. Peace, love, prosperity. God first. God bless. Oh, no. I'm out.
Damn hustling.